Pretty much resting on their shoulders as well.
Lots of pressure here because OG are going to fight tooth and nail for this series. And SSG, they face Titans of North America, but the way OG have started to look, this one could go the other way for sure. Here we go. Already after kickoff, you're seeing a lot of pressure from OG, and Com banks that one in, shooting all the way from midfield.
Com has scored more goals than anybody in this event on this team, and he gets it started just 16 seconds into the final 2 lands of the year. Demos all over, and SSG only left with Chicago on the pitch. And Com will deal with that. LJ, though, he's a little bit faster, and SSG, despite getting demoed twice, still tie the game.
SSG is a team that works great with low boosts. You see even Chicago, he's at 0 there, plays the 50s well.
Passive defensively, and we're seeing just some outplays. Quite simply, an attacker being faster than the oncoming defender and not having a whole lot of support in behind there as JNaps wins that ball, and nobody else is there. JNaps will score. It wasn't actually JNaps that won the challenge, right? It was Nolly.
Nolly, yeah.
And then that just goes right by Hoxer, nobody else in support.
I mean, it's similar to Chicago. I think there was a team bump on the play, and SSG now got to go back.
Goal of the game is to eventually hit the ball, and finally Com does, as JNaps will bring it across high in the air, trying to turn on the Jets at the end, and he does again. The defense just too slow to react as JNaps gets that last second burst.
Yep, Hoxer started boosting a little late after he got the corner, maybe about a...
Surely there's somebody on the backboard. He's going to stop this. Ends up in their net. SSG going to be scratching their heads and trying to figure it out now for game 2.
I keep eyes out on the kickoffs here as well from both sides. Yeah, just kind of changing up the pace of play, making sure they stay a little bit more spaced out. They have Hoxer pretty far back, but Chicago's the one who does it all on this play. And you get more of that from Chicago. SSG surely able to turn it around. Beautiful double tap, bounce, and into the top corner.
Com's there, so is JNaps, but Hoxer with the stop, sweeping that out of harm's way.
Good on Hoxer's a good cut. He's going to be upfield, too, looking for ways he can impact. Actually, no, he has to go all the way back because his team is out the play, and Com is scoring an open one. OG with an equalizer. I mean, look at Noli there. Doesn't even have to play the ball. Mistake on the back end, and...
Nobody really has any boost for Space Station. Now LJ does, and he can bring it back in, but boost management has been real tough on both sides, but I think especially for Space Station here in the latter stages, they're just kind of nibbling the tiny boosts, and now LJ gets a shot off and scores. After all that, all the pressure that they've withstood, OG couldn't make any meaningful progress, and Space Station take advantage.
I mean, you give a player like LJ a free shot, he's gonna make it into the top left corner. You keep talking about the boost here, but I said it going into this. SSG worked great on low boost. It was the same thing that happened in the Rebellion series with them as well. Rebellion, their offense is completely different from OG. As final seconds tick down, you're seeing Space Station Gaming now just kind of spread out a little bit more. OG, they can't take advantage of this free space. Now they got to make a play happen. Only with a quick shot, but LJ was set in net, expected it. Now OG still trying to keep this one up. Noli light touch, Com can't get there. He's gonna have to use the boost to take the ball back. He'll take it into his own corner where Hoxer is. Hoxer gets the demo, gets the bump. Chicago gets a touch. Noli's able to get a pop, and they still keep this one up. OG not giving this one away for free, even with no boost. They're still trying to hold on to it. That one, yep, they lost it.
No play.
Space Station Gaming. So close. Let's see what happens here, though. Does OG turn up the pace? Game 3, tied up series.
This matchup, probably about what we expected. All things considered, we look at the schedule at the end of yesterday and go, all right, we're probably going to save the best for last. It's certainly the most important match of the day. Delivering so far as Chicago went a little squirrely there. Is that ball coming out through him for a loop. Demo by Com, and free in front, and JNaps scores.
Good bump from Com, setting this one up. JNabs making his way upfield with no boost, and meanwhile, Com is just taking him everybody out. 1-2 to Lou. It's an open net.
During a single day, and it's just like, all right, here we are. Oh, dropped out in front. That's dangerous. JNabs gave that ball to Spacestation Gaming, and he gave them a tie game.
Yes, he did, but not without a couple of fireworks. A couple of demos on the back. Hoxer picked up one. Chicago picked up one. Hoxer will get the goal because JNabs has no boost and can't really contest it.
Didn't get nearly far out enough. The opportunities are there. If anybody could take advantage, need more bumps and demos, apparently, as Nolly's got it downfield, wide open net. Just like that, OG strike again.
Now this is a mix of a couple of things, because JNabs here, he's a little late, even though this is a pass from Com to Nolly. The reason it's open is, again, SSG are playing that no
defense than they'd like here, trying to chase the game. Hoxer can break out, but not with much control at all, and things still looking just a little bit frantic out of SSG. JNabs trying to read Hoxer Chicago. He's done so, and now Com will waste more time. This is exactly what SSG does not want to see. The ball up in the air with no clear possession, so they can't set up a good look at OG's net. And now they've got to race all the way back with only seconds remaining. Nolly almost put it away. Chicago's given them a chance, but JNabs will kill it, and OG back in front.
channels play for each other, get that boost deal, and then you have to worry about Com, who's making impact demos. It's challenging. It should be. This is a big game for both teams. Now let's see if SSG, after the timeout, can turn this series around.
Well, it will start with Nolly and OG getting the first good look at either net. And JNabs would have been covered if LJ needed to. Now Nolly can't follow this play up at all. He's going to rely on JNabs to win the race. He's done so. Chicago respawns right under the ball. There's nothing he can do about that, and JNabs will score.
Yep, Com was over here wreaking havoc, and Nolly was on his cam. He was just checking around to see if he was in the right place at the right time, and JNabs stays on top.
This is still going netward, and the demo on JNabs eliminates the
They double commit. Oh my goodness, SSG are scrambling.
They should get scored on, and they do. That is an absolute disaster class.
What in the world? And look, even when they're trying to get back and make a play upfield, just no one in the right spot. Easy pass from JNabs to Com. I'm sorry, I'm stunned. I'm at a loss for words. You can't make that type of mistake.
Those are the only words you need. It's 2-0 OG. And now they've got to dust themselves off and try it again. Com's running forward. His shot went through as LJ couldn't catch up.
They're starting to cook them now. Com, great touch to get the 50. Nolly's there first. Defense not set in the back for Space Station, and Com is nailed. And maybe a chance for some success. Counterattack not really working out either. Defense from OG set against to the final minute. And SSG is trying to play for something. Can Chicago get one? Sets it up, and Hoxer will clean it up. Space Station do get on the board.
They do get on the board. Chicago putting in the extra work. You know, we would have liked to have scored that, but you take the consolation prize, the assist, as Hoxer.
OG has a lot to play for here, just like Space Station Gaming do.
Onward now to the Aquadome. It could be the final resting place for SSG in this tournament. And still, a lot of interest in tomorrow, no matter what happens, as that one's blocked away. And Com will try to keep the attack alive for OG. It's always kind of a flourish at the start of these games, and then things tend to slow down, mostly because OG's got a lead, and they stopped by his former teammate Naps.
Hoxer with a little bit of freedom here. We're trying to watch that space out here. And then here's another chance. Chicago gets a shot, and LJ with the bump on the play on Com. And now we see Space Station Gaming in front. Oh, no, that was Hoxer. Yo, Hoxer and LJ. Combs
they
didn't
both
get
got him.
He didn't get to play the game. Trying to try again. Felt like they were trying to pull out SSG here, but they're missing these touches on the midfield. And with 30 seconds left, this is where Spacestation Gaming want the ball. They're able to get a good pacing here, but that demo sets up a lane. Chicago by itself. Flick high. You just got to hit the shot. No, you missed it. 13 seconds to go. SSG look to force a game 6. Big clearance here. OG need to keep this ball up. Can they do it? Chicago gets in front of them. Ball off the corner. Naps to come. No boost. Noli not on the field. And whew,
Surely.
that one gets away. Yeah, it's going to hit the ground. Let's go to Neo Tokyo. To figure it out. You can tell bit by bit. Now, chance here to force a game 7. Can SSG keep this momentum up?
1 match point broken, 2 to go. Palm will start it though for OG. See if they have more of a sense of urgency this game. Certainly more threatening early on as Noli just lobs one at the backboard, easily addressed by Chicago, but he gave that one away to JNaps, and now Calm is up. That caught a deflection. That really threw LJ for a loop, but he still manages to recover and make another save. JNaps has, so now JNaps, a lot more this time to work with. Stays with the play. LJ trying to shadow Calm there and stop him from moving forward. Hoxer double. No, JNaps got a piece, but the follow's there from Kago.
Good play from Hoxer. I mean, what a first touch. Able to get that follow straight down. And even though he doesn't score, Chicago's there. And that's what I'm saying. Calm going for that solo play. You got LJ just putting it just straight on, forcing the defense to move. Empty space off the demo from Chicago. LJ can't get the bump, can't get the drop down.
Oh,
big clearance. No way.
They did it again. They got caught thinking this is an open net. They've got OG worn down, and JNaps just sweeps in, goes over top of the last man. That happens to be.
But their offense is not doing much here. OG set in net on defense and ready to block anything.
Well, since facing triple match points, Space Station has been the more proactive of the two offensively. They've been playing with that sense of urgency. They understand they've got to take the fight to OG. But now OG has weathered the storm. Calm trying to line up a pinch. Noli chasing, waiting for Chicago to hand him the ball. He does not. Down to 6 seconds. JNaps, oh, he almost won it with that 50. Now Hoxer, almost surely going to bring this to ground, right? Noli will stay in the air, and he can keep this alive for JNaps. Put it forward, and oh, Hoxer back in. Calm's got to bring this to ground, surely. I don't think that OG can really make a push for a 0-second goal here.
Yeah. No,
especially with the threat.
They want to kill it.
That is Chicago waiting in the middle. There he is.
Oh, Hoxer!
Hoxer will win, and Calm's in the way. Bumps LJ out, and we go to sudden death.
Big smart bump from Calm. OT here. SSG still trying to force that game 7. They let things kind of slip late. And you're right, you saw that Calm almost had a good play on the ball. Good challenge from LJ on Noli. And Hoxer can pick this one up. OG a little shaky here in the opener, and Spacestation Gaming trying to pounce on it.
Oh, awkward ball that JNaps is able to read, and now he's got LJ just waiting. Come at me, bro. He does. Now Noli, past LJ, past Hoxer. Only Chicago to beat. Could be a numbers game, but LJ is back. He avoids Noli and stops that from going central. Calm, though, hits Noli for the win.
Oh!
It's on the goal line and out. Follow-up is through. Father time, say no more. JNaps puts OG in the semis.
There's cold and there's ice. And JNaps is frozen solid when it comes to being clutch.